both will want to claim that trophy. Cameroon, of course, looking to defend that title that they won 4 years ago. Mali looking to prove that they belong in the elites of African competition. And of course, it's the World Cup places up for grabs. Those semi-final spots of this under-17 African Cup of Nations going automatically to play in the World Cup in November this year. So lots at stake for these two teams who will look to impress, and Cameroon looking to do so for the very first time. And that's of course because Group C has been reduced to just 3 teams: Mali, Cameroon and Burkina Faso. And that's after South Sudan were disqualified just before the tournament proper. Well, we see the shirts of the indomitable Lion Cubs. Cameroon, the host team for today. They'll be playing in that traditional green strip, following the likes of those heroes of theirs, the likes of Vincent Abubakar for the national team, Toko Ekambi. Well, these are the next generation of players, and they arrived today in Annaba full of high spirits. We saw them earlier, led by coach Jean-Pierre Fiala and assistant coach Serge Mimpo. The players were all dancing, celebrating, full of jovial excitement as they really seek to put their stamp on this tournament. It's been a fun time coming here to Algeria, not too far, and indeed even closer for the Malian outfit. The Eaglets from Mali put on an impressive display against Burkina Faso in the first round. That was the 1-0 win, so they are off the mark and led by many experienced players, at least in that age group. A terrific win it was, and very bright colors, very impressive jerseys. Well, let's see if they can live up to expectations. Malians very confident. Soumaïla Koulibaly, their coach, just walking out there. He said before this match that the pressure was off them now that they've got their first 3 points. Of course, all they need to do is draw this match, Mali, and they head through to the quarterfinals. They've already got those crucial 3 points, so possibly Soumaïla, he's got some point of view there, which does make sense in terms of the fact that the pressure might be a little bit more on Cameroon to get off the mark. Nonetheless, he's really backed his charges to go all the way, he said, in this competition. They've come here to win 2 titles to their name. Cameroon, of course, with that win last time out. Very impressive teams taking to the field. Burkina Faso, we can't ignore them. They also won the title back in 2011. So they do have some history behind them as well. It certainly is the group where the most winners of the African Cup of Nations under-17 are present. So we can't discount Burkina Faso. They put on an excellent display against Mali. Many shots on target, just not.
See, I was pissed at you. I was mad too. Now here's what I'm gonna do. I know I did till love has been paid. I paid that bill.
At TotalEnergies, we go the extra mile for you.
First woman to referee a man's tournament. That was back in 2020 between the Royal Armed Forces and Maghreb Atletico Tetuan. Now she takes to the field. Definitely a name that will be considered later this year for the Women's World Cup that's going to be held in Australia around July and August. Australia and New Zealand, the FIFA Women's World Cup. Nonetheless, she's got the first task at hand here to make sure that this game goes seamlessly between Cameroon and Mali, the indomitable Lion Cubs and the Eaglets. Lovely conditions here in Annaba, around 19 degrees, the sun's out. Could cast a bit of a shadow on this near side of the pitch. It'll be interesting to see how the players cope. That's Bushra Karboubi along with her team of Sukaina Hamdi, Asma Ouhab, and the fourth official, Kedj Mustafa, all from Morocco, and Asma herself from Algeria. So a bit of local representation in this match. this match day 2 of Group C as we listen to the national anthems.
الرجاء الوقوف قدر المستطاع لعزف النشيد الوطني لدولة الكاميرون. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up for the national anthem of Cameroon.
Lovely rendition there from Cameroon's players. Now the anthem of Mali coming up.
National anthem of Mali.
Le Mali, the national anthem being rung out there in the stadium. We'll see if it brings the players the inspiration that they need to go on and get any kind of result. And of course, just a reminder, any result for the Eaglets of Mali will see them head through to the quarterfinals. That's after that win got them 3 points on the board against Burkina Faso. And the lineup, so we see it's a fresh lineup. We haven't had any opportunity to see Cameroon. They were supposed to play South Sudan. It's a typical 4-3-3 formation chosen by Serge Mimpo and Jean-Pierre Fiala, led by captain Sonny Evina in the midfield role. A strong backline, even despite a raft of players unavailable for Cameroon, and that's after the events that took place at the turn of the year. Around 31 players ruled out for not passing the famed MRI test. And there's the match officials. Another historic day for Bushra Karboubi, officiating at this level. And the two captains, Sonia Vina from Cameroon and Ibrahim Diarra from Mali. Well, that's the team that takes out. There's just the one change from the game against Burkina Faso. Moussa Diop coming into the side, number 18 in the midfield. It's Ousmane Tiero who drops out to the substitutes bench, the number 14. So Diop taking up that role in the mid. Of course, the man who got the goal, Mamadou Doumbia, leading up from the top. The imperious figure of Doumbia. Let's see if he can get on the score sheet once again. Same backline. It's a backline which mostly plays for the same club for Mali. JNG and Yellen Olympique, two clubs are very well represented for the Eagles. Possibly a chance to develop that chemistry between this Mali backline. It's a team full of physicality, as both coaches have mentioned. Koulibaly backing his charges today, that they can get over the line. and the dual leadership of the Cameroonian team, Jean-Pierre Fiala, the 54-year-old. Former midfielder himself, lots of experience around the European continent as well. And Smaila Koulibaly, very bullish Koulibaly coming into this match full of confidence, especially saying though that the first 3 points, that was the main chore against Burkina Faso. Now, different opposition awaits, a different challenge, indomitable Lion Cubs. They haven't had a whole lot of preparation at the Lion Cubs, just some friendlies before as the game is about to get kicked off here. Referee Cut will be with the whistle to her lips, and it's off as Cameroon get proceedings underway. Here in match day 2, and straight away they're looking to dominate up top of the field. Talipou just guarding from his opposite number, but it's Barry who comes out with the ball. Here's Barry, Amadou Barry. Here's a throw for his side, it's going to be taken short and quickly. Mali just getting a feel of the ball right now. I'm sure both teams will try to suss each other out as Bassou Kone takes the throw. That's a decent off-lay and an overlapping run from the Cameroonians. What can Chibirini do? Mali having to stay alert. The Cameroonians, well, it seemed to be going well. Just has to watch his footing a little bit there. Jubiat Biloa. And he seems to have taken a bit of a tumble there, the youngster. But these players for Cameroon, they'll be very familiar with each other. They all ply their trade within the country itself. So no expatriates, as it were, taking to the field this evening. Mali, on the other hand, they have their captain. Or rather, it's Salif Lentou, the number 9. He's not starting, but he is plying his trade in Maryland, in USA, as Cameroon, they get the ball back. And it's an opportunity straight away. Goalkeeper comes out well, though. Makone tested against Burkina Faso, but held his own. You can see immediately the size of the Malian players. Very dominant, very physical. And that's led by Kone, the 16-year-old, in goals. Just a hoof ball. And Barry with the header, looking for his midfield partner. Might come out to him again if he makes the run. Barry is making the run, it's an overlap. And it should go safely into the arms of Junior Abu. He really is quite young. Number 16 for Cameroon. Just 14 years of age. And at this stage of the development of a player's career, there's many years to go between the 14-year-olds and the 17-year-olds. He'll be definitely looking to prove his own as Cameroon go into the attacking spaces, forcing a throw. Decent work by Djibiri. Here's Gane Talipou with the throw. And Mali recycling possession. It's decent triangles there from the Malians, and the Eaglets come out now. Mahmoud Bari sends aside a free kick been getting involved quite a lot, has the number 19. Plays for Etoile, Monday in Mali. Now goes to Tia and back to the defense. Kone looking long. Barry, despite his industry, can't quite make up the ground. Talipu with the ball. That throw doesn't quite make it to the player. We can see both teams just working each other out, calculating. They're not throwing everything at it all at once. But Mali do emerge with it in this final third of the pitch. The Cameroonian defense has to be wary. The Lions have survived that minor onslaught. Mali come with it. The defense will play it back once again. A bit of a hoofball there from Abdul. Has to watch out. But Mali do emerge in the midfield spaces now. Decent passage of interplay, looking for the pace of the striker. Applying the pressure, but the Cameroonians doing well to clear. Yeah, shouts of communicate, communicate. I'm sure that will be the message from the coaches as the Malians get a free kick. You see Anstia getting run over there in the midfield, and that's very neatly done by the defender. But string away back to Cameroon in an effort, going wide of the post. Haruna Jibiri, he got himself into all acres of space here, held onto the ball very well, allowing himself to get the shot, but just didn't have his compass on to know where the ball was. His radar slightly off. Haruna Jibiri. Well, we're going to definitely see quite a bit of him as the game progresses. Moving in from the right flank to the centre. Just another free kick there. The game is seeing a little bit of tension, a little bit of pressure from both sides. But so far, keeping it under control is referee Bushra. That will be a bit of acrobatics there from Toure. And it's now found Barry if he can get to it. No, he can't quite. A bit too much pace on the ball. Cameroon emerging once again. Sonia Vida, and now to his midfield partners. It's Mata, the number 9. Golina Mata. Playing quite a fluid attack, the Cameroonians. If they can get it to Mata, be looking to cause some problems for this Malian rear guard. And once again, we see that neat passage of play. If the Cameroonians can just calm things down. But the Lions giving the ball away once again in the midfield space. And now a chance for Mali to get their heads up. And it's a decent structure from Cameroon, just suffocating those spaces, closing down very well, almost a counter-press situation. And look at that through pass. The defense had to get it right from Mali. Jubilin it was once again, making that effort, making that run, surging dart through the middle. He's got good pace, the youngster. Bala on the ball. Out wide to Talipu. A decent raking crossfield pass it was to the fullback, but now Barry takes it forward, utilizing his own pace. Barry on the ball, up against his opposite number, who does very well, Bernabi Nzombo. Just holding his line there, and Cameroon do get the throw in an advanced position. Collins Akamba there, one of 3 midfielders who is going to be trying to surge his team forward. There he is again, the number 8. This time though, Mali do get the better of it. Somaili Koulibaly, very confident ahead of this game, but at the same time knew that Cameroon would pose a different task ahead. Just said he was after the win, Mali's coach, but you do know he will take a draw at this stage. As for Jean-Pierre Fiala, definitely hoping for a result and kick-starting this campaign in fine style. A campaign which has been delayed somewhat. Managed to get some pre-game practice, and that's a decent floated ball. You can see what he was trying to do there. Decent defense there from Mali. And squeezed off of it, Jibirin. Sekou Kone, the offender, the 17-year-old. It was Gassou Kone, rather. 3 corners in today's lineup for Mali. Ebong Mwabe, another 14-year-old on the ball. Mwabe having to track back. It's well held up by the striker for Mali. And they've come out of it well again, the Eagles. This time through the captain, Ibrahim Diarra. Cameroon making sure of it. For ultimately, the goal kick does play it downfield. Now Jibirin. Seems to have been taken out there, not sure if the referee saw it. Play on from the defense. Now surging upfield, Abdou Touré looks to find that run again. This time it's Anjtia. Mahmoud Barry following in his footsteps. Anjtia for Afe in Mali. And here's Gassou Kone. Just past the 13-minute mark, no real chances, no real effort so far on goal. Both teams trying to work each other out. Of course, everything could change in an instant. A lot of concentration, especially from the likes of Jules Biloa. There's last match's goal scorer Mamadou Doumbia. He is on a yellow card. He'll have to watch out for his footing, the number 17. Mali just getting it back through Sipara and straight to the goalkeeper. Trying to go a more direct route Cameroon, but it does end up back with their defense. Now keeping it on the ground. Wabe passes it into the midfield, looking for that raking crossfield pass, and it does reach Jibiri. What can Jibiri do? He can win his side, a corner. Haruna Jibiri, he's seen a lot of the ball so far. You do feel that it's just a matter of time before he can make some magic. Cameroon, with a significantly younger team than the opposites, they're certainly showing some fight, some edge, some grit as the corner gets played in. Cameroon still with possession of the ball, but not looking up. And as a result, it does come to the Malians, who burst with an accelerated pace. Mahmoud Barry has been certainly energetic on this near side. Back to Mali, and they make a bit of a hash of it. They have to watch out in defense there. Lots of collisions. The ball not quite sticking with either side at the moment. Henri Bala now. Looks to the midfield, but just not quite precise in that passing to his winger. Cosmas Tiku on the outside. Unable to get the ball quite yet. Would like to come into the game. There's Nzomo. Back to Abu. The goalkeeper punts it long. Now over the top ball. Should be safely gathered. It is. Really enough time to take a bounce for Makone. It was extremely long, the Malian goalkeeper, and has to be wary. Of course, we've seen many penalties being given like that, but Abu had his brain switched on very well there. All about the spaces at this stage and understanding at what point to run out. It's come out in the midfield. It's a very tight central area of the field. Mali do manage to get it out and away. Should be a throw-in though for the men in green. Well, that was the quick piece of thinking by the young goalkeeper for Cameroon. Ran off his line very well there, making sure that the pace of the Malian attack didn't get through on time. But now Cameroon do have it in an advanced position. Just running it out of play, Dovin Mata. And it looked like a bit of a shove in the back. But ultimately, good gamesmanship is what it turns out to be. Put it away. Both teams really sizing each other up. Moussa Diop coming into the side today. He did play 10 minutes from the last game. And Soumaila Koulibaly deemed that enough to warrant a place in the starting lineup this time out. As Mali, their defense just taking the pressure off, getting it downfield, and closed down very quickly once again. That two sides of three in the midfield doing a lot, and we can just see an injury. Looks like it's that man who's been causing all the havoc, Mahmoud Barry. Certainly seems to be in a lot of pain here, the young winger. Just being tended to at this stage. Not really much in terms of highlights so far. We can just see, yes, he was clattered in the air there as he was coming down. Didn't know too much about it, Gani Talipu, as he came down on Moussa Diop's foot. But those can certainly be painful. It looks like he is getting up to his feet again, though. The number 18. Diop with JMG in Mali. JMG. The ball dropped by referee Kadboubi. But Cameroon trying to find an attacking area rather than giving it back to the goalkeeper. Mali do come out though. Second corner on the ball. Trying to play through, finally a touch for Doumbia. He does very well to turn his defender using that bursted acceleration of pace. Well, Mali still have the ball, and if Doumbia could get himself up, he could have maybe put himself in an attacking position. As it was, Cameroon do emerge with it. Corner up against 3 players, but not giving up. And that's the result. Mali with a pass into the mids. You can see what they're doing now, trying to get through the pace. It's a lovely pitch, so they should be able to get the ball where they want it. As it was, it just got stuck in the turf just a bit. And very decent pressure now being put on by Mata. Looks for his player, Chibirin, but he's just gone past it. And a goal kick given. Once again, that pressure from the attackers trying to defend from the front, proving well worth it for Cameroon. You can see the intensity behind their play. Fiala's got his team very well drilled, it seems, certainly in terms of their positional play, but that is why we are seeing a lot of bunching up in the midfield from both sides. Both teams playing with 4 defenders, 3 midfielders, 3 attackers. See right in these spaces here, the likes of Cornet battling it up. Oh, we did see a very good run there from the Cameroon attacker. Oh, and a slip could prove costly, but he does get his head up, and now an opportunity for Barry to break. And Barry cuts in and he looks for his attacking partner, but Doumbia just takes it wide and overruns it. It was the right idea, and you can see he's frustrated because he made all the hard yards and the run. He seemed to have held his ground too in terms of the offside trap. But Doumbia just seemed like he didn't trust himself to maintain the ball on the pitch. But possibly a sign of things to come. Mahmoud Barry showing his quality once again on the left-hand side of the pitch. Bit of an unorthodox pass at the back line there. But Mali do still get the throw. Tenacious battling encounter so far between these 2 giants of under-17 football. Jibirin just muscled off the ball, and now Barry driving forward, trying to cut inside once again. His pace proving quite problematic for the Cameroonians, but now Jibirin trying to do the same for his team. He's got to be careful, and it's a possible penalty. The referee doesn't think that there was anything in it, but the calls were certainly there. Well, we'll just see here. Upon inspection, it doesn't seem like the goalkeeper got the ball. Perhaps Cameroon, well, they'll feel frustrated with that call. As it is, it's a corner kick to Cameroon, showing a very good impetus here. It will be the left-footed in-swinging corner into the box. Kadboubi just trying to calm things down. Corner kick for Cameroon. What can they do with it? Well headed down into the turf from Mali to get the ball away. Talipu tries to find the man on the outside. Here's Evina, the captain. Now a battle for a counter-attack here. Barry breaking like he has done all match, but choosing instead to go back to his defender, who loses it out. And now Jibirin. Well, there's a man on the turf, nearly gets a run over by the marauding winger. Well, this time it's the striker, Mamadou Doumbia, who has taken to the pitch. Seems to be in some pain again. Well, it was an awkward footing, slipped in the turf. It's always a bit more worrying when it is an off-the-ball incident. We do certainly hope the elasticity of youth plays into his hands and he can recover very quickly. Good support here from Cameroon. But we have seen a few players sliding around, and that is the challenge. Well, upon inspection, at least from where we're sat, it does look like it could have easily been awarded as a penalty to Cameroon. Possibly feel hard done by, as I mentioned. Burama Kone scrambling the goalkeeper as his gloves went for the ball. 0-0 remains though here in Annaba. Just past the 25-minute mark in the first half. No shots on goal yet as it is. As Cameroon tried to make most of the wingers. I mentioned that fluidity of attack. Haruna Jibirin now playing on the left-hand side. Ball does get whittled across. Mali just clearing, not really looking where they are clearing to. Zulbiloa playing it out wide now. Tiku gone from left to right. And another possible slip, and they have to be careful. Biloa's over the ball. Some haphazard defending, and we can see that the terrain, as lovely as it does look from up top, proving to be quite difficult for these players, possibly longer studs in the offing. And now this is a chance for Mali to put the pressure on the defensive Cameroon as the ball gets played across the line. Chance for Doumbia now back on the field to prove his worth. Physically, you can see him towering over the defense of the Cameroonians. Kone looking for that run just off the shoulder, but his strikers didn't seem to be on the same page in that particular instant. Ball now back with Junior Abu. Just 14, the goalkeeper mentioned. Turns 15 only in September. Carriers on the ball again. Seems to be muscled over it. Mali with a chance. But it is given as a foul. Well, we did hear the whistle. It was blown quite early. Junior Abu dawdling on the ball. And yeah, it was Doumbia coming through. Well, he did shove the goalkeeper. He was lucky that referee Karbubi deemed that a foul. But it was quite an extreme shoulder barge at the same time, and the referee deciding to protect the goalkeeper in that instance. Malians, though, they thought they had every right to go for it in that 50-50 challenge. Okay, they come again, though. Dropping deep this time. Here's Doumbia passing it off to his strike partner. Yeah, they come again. Tia. Cameroon, though. Muscled off. This is a good bit of play here from Kone. And now Mali with the crossfield ball. It might just make it. The goalkeeper has to watch out. He has to go for the ball. Mali trying to get the ball into the box once again. All the players bunching, and ultimately Cameroon, they survive in this absolute battle in the midfield. Ange Martial, Tia, doing some very decent work in terms of the pressure up top, but no chance ultimately coming from it. But here might be one for Cameroon if they can get in behind the defense. Drawing a foul though ultimately. Akamba just running into the back of his player. Akamba and Dorinal Yonjo. Dorinal Mata, rather, the 8 and 9 for Cameroon. They both play for the same club, EFBC in Cameroon. Hoping that that can provide them some understanding in the top areas of the pitch today. And Mali, now they're trying with a strike. The first strike in anger at goal. But well wide of the goalkeeper's post. That one coming from Moussa Diop. Well, the angle wasn't really on for him, and it didn't look like he had his footing at the same time. Probably has done that in training on a few occasions. And Mali's form is certainly well worth it to try such an effort as Djibirin now attacks for Cameroon. Looks to get the ball in. But Mali clear. Cameroon now trying with a long-range effort. That time coming from Henri Baller. The centre-back on his left foot. Possibly saw Kone off his line there in goals. But 2 shots apiece now, both off target for either side. At least the game is heating up just after 30 minutes. The 19 May 1956 stadium. Free kick to Mali. Throw in rather. There's the ball just trickling over the line there, just before Cosmas Tiku could retrieve it. So it will be an Eaglets ball. They managed to keep it just in play. Yes, he does. Tia looking for his striker. Tia, Barry and Dumbia certainly look to be a handful. Well, once again, the ball just going over, and the referee did spot it this time. Well, she did spot it first as well. I have to definitely give it credit. Cameroon now trying to suss their opponents. It's a bit of a puzzle going on right now. To see which team will just let the play spread ever so slightly, using their pace, using their physicality, dominating the spaces. Now going short and long. Mali spreading play. Dumbia trying to put the pressure on his defender. He does very well, does Bala. Very composed play, and Dumbia slipping again as a result. Now Cameroon with a chance to break, and the pace, this time with Mata. Appeals for the corner, but goal kick given. Well, a decent break there by Dorinal Mata. difficult to assess what both coaches will be thinking at this point in time. No side really dominating the stages as it is. But a possible mistake could lead to any number of chances. You just feel that it's that kind of game. Maybe a slip, maybe a set piece. But neither goalkeeper tested so far. Here come Cameroon though, through the captain Sonny Evina, passing it out wide to Djibirin. Looks like he did get fouled. That will be blows for a free kick. And he's done equally well on the left-hand side as he has on the right. Haruna Djibirin shown on the outside, but his pace definitely causing the defenders problems. And it's going to be the first caution of the match as well. Bushra Karboubi deeming that to be the last man before the tackle was made. Well, Suleiman Sanogo becomes the first booking of the game so far, done for pace by Haruna Djibirin. Now an opportunity for Cameroon yet again with a set piece. They've been few and far between. Have managed to get a few corners, but the delivery wasn't quite what was needed. Now an opportunity for Mata to deliver into the ball, into the box. It is going to be Mata's right-footed in-swinging ball. A chance for an attack for the indomitable line comes for Mali. They have to defend this. Mata over the ball. Face of determination and concentration. Here is Mata. Straight into the wall though, that is disappointing. Mwabe looks to take it quickly back to the striker Mata. The ball did cross over. Cameroon's throw-in yet again. Looks to take it quickly. Shielding it, guarding it. This time through Tiku. Looks for the ball, looks for the cross. And Mali just clearing their lines. Whether by boot or by head. Just making it sure it doesn't go into any dangerous positions. Here's the youngster Mwabe. And this should be straight into the hands of Kone. It is. And he tries to get his team up the field immediately, but at the same time slows down play just for a little bit of concentration. You see this free kick once again. He turns away in disgust, as does his coach, or in disappointment. Koulibaly. Well, as the game wears on, just looking for that extra bit of quality to separate the teams. Hasn't come so far. Mali just having to defend with their backs to goal. And Cameroon trying to squeeze the squirm the ball out. Ultimately though, the Eaglets do get the free kick. Tussle there between Kone and Akamba, resulting in a decent opportunity to slow down the tempo of the game as Jean-Pierre Fiala looks on. Now a decent through ball for Djibirin, just couldn't latch onto it. The defender's done very well there. There he is again, the number 10 with his back to goal. And trying to play it through to Talipo. Hung in the air, and the goalkeeper has to be careful. Okone lost the flight of the ball. was a very decent cross infield, a deep cross there by Talipu, and he has another opportunity. It's missed the defender and straight at Burama Kone. Oh, what an effort, what a chance that was for Cameroon. Mata it was who ghosted in behind the defense. Certainly the chance of the game so far, at least from a striking perspective. Well, the defense of Mali just fell asleep there from that deep ball. And Cameroon will certainly feel that they should have capitalized a lot better than they did. Dorinel Mata. A soft shot ultimately as the Malians come through the midfield now. This time on the right-hand side, it's Doumbia now in a crossing position. Outstretched leg from Barnaby Nzomo. And now it finds the Malian attacker. Anywhere will do for Cameroon, and it drops harmlessly. Easy enough for Junior Abu. Well, great passage of play, and we see that deep cross finding its way all the way to Mata. And just when the shot was on, didn't quite make it, and a good cutout there by Barnaby Nzomo. He knew his striker was coming on the outside shoulder. He has another opportunity for a ball into the Malian box, and it's that man again, Mata. And he has an opportunity for... Oh wow, Jibirian. It almost seemed like the goalkeeper, by running over the ball, caused Jibirian to lose his concentration. It's not at all what Kone was intending, but it worked certainly. And now the game opening up here. Barry on the left-hand side. Looking for his strike partner, and just on the outside of the net. Well, back to front, Amstia. He made the perfect run, and it was Barry who found him. Certainly not offsides. Tried to dink it over the goalkeeper. Junior Abu will be thanking his lucky stars that the ball didn't come on the right-hand side. At least the Malians' right-hand side. And it ultimately goes into the side netting. Two decent chances either side of the field. Well, the game's certainly showing a little bit of stretch right now, and you do wonder if in the second half proceedings will follow the same way. Now another chance to go up the field with Barry. Certainly proving to be Mali's most creative outlet so far in this game. Mahmoud Barry. But as it is, the indomitable line comes. They've got the ball in another attacking position. It's going to be Gane Talipu. Now Barry. This is decent play from Mali through Doumbia. Barry again. And now a raking of cross-field ball. Mali looking to overlap on the full-back position. That's very decent pace. Can he get the cross in? No free kick given. But he does win it back. And now, finally, the ball sticks to the boots of the Cameroonian defense. Getting the ball just stuck under their feet on both sets of players. This is decent, tenacious play from the attack of Mali as well as the defense of Cameroon, and just trying to hold the ball up. And the foul ultimately does go the way of the defending side. about to come up to the 45-minute mark here in Annaba. Both sides with decent chances. But so far, neither goalkeeper has had to make a save of note, except for that one just almost past, trickled straight at Buramakone from Dorinel Mata. And we've got our additional time. It's going to be 2 minutes at the end of the half. There haven't been too many stoppages, just that one yellow card for Sleman Sanogo to bear in mind. As Mali gain control through Barry. That should be a free kick. Decides to go to his defender. It's another long ball out to this right wing. Cutting it inside, trying to spread the play a little bit, but then cut out again by the Cameroonians. And now a chance at a break. If the Lions can get their heads up. It's done decently, Zakamba. Now looking for this left wing. And it's going to be another deep cross. We've seen what they can do in this area. But Jibirin, oh, he'll need to grow a few inches to get on the end of that. Well, it's a bit of a strange throw by Kone. It does ultimately, though, make its way to the Malians by hook or by crook. And Mahmoud Barry just leaving the ball slightly behind as Bushra Karbubi looks at the time, looks at her whistle, and blows for the first half. Well, that's a score, 0-0 as it stands. Both sides with chances, but so far, no one has taken the lead. The result probably suiting Mali a little bit more than Cameroon at this stage, because of course, if the score stays this way, it is a Mali who head through automatically in a group of 3. A tough encounter so far though, neither team really dominating. Feeding off scraps on the top, at least in attacking positions. And you do feel that this game could go down to a set piece, a free kick, a corner, or even a mistake. Such has been the way that the defenses have had to cope with the attacking play, at least on this field. You can see parts of the turf just ripped up there. Not the easiest terrain to play on, despite how it looks.
See, I was pissed at you. I was mad too. Now here's what I'm gonna do. I know I did to love has been paid. I paid that bill.
At TotalEnergies, we go the extra mile for you.
Look there, that's how it lines up after the first 45. Cameroon just slightly dominant in terms of well, rather it's Mali who is actually on top of the possession stakes. Passes in the midfield channels working quite well to effect. looking for the likes of Mamadou Doumbia and Mahamoud Barry up top. That's reflected in those numbers over there. Well, it's been a match which has offered not much to both sets of attack. Here in match day 2 of Group C between Cameroon and Mali. The first opportunity though, going wide of goal for Haruna Jibiri. On his left foot, not an easy opportunity. Lashed at it, you could see what he was wanting to do. He found himself in acres of space. And then the ball coming out wide to the same man again, Jibiri. Forcing the corner. Then it was the turn for Mali to attack, and it had to be a very sure thinking by Junior Abdou in goals. Junior Abdou just getting his gloves, his talons onto that ball. And here was a penalty shout, not a penalty shout, rather it was a foul that was given against Mamadou Doumbia. He looked bewildered at the referee. He thought that it was an honest challenge, but referee Karbubi deeming it to be a shoulder barge. And despite the ball going in the back of the net, 0-0 it remained. But Mali, they came, they attacked further. This time through Moussa Diop. The ball just trickling wide of goal. And Cameroon's best chance of the half so far, falling so neatly to Dorina Rata. Unable to get it past Cornet. Not really sure where the goal was. And then at the other end, Mali attacking through pace. And what an opportunity it was for FDR. But ultimately into the side netting. Barry, who has been infectious with his play so far. Number of goals in the break.
See, I was pissed at you. I was mad too. Now here's what I'm gonna do. I know our debt to love has been paid. I paid that bill.
At TotalEnergies, we go the extra mile for you.
Well, welcome back to what is about to be the second half of this Group C clash. Cameroon and Mali cancelling each other out so far. It's 0-0 as we head into this second 45 period. Referee Bushra Karboubi, she hasn't had too much to do. But it's a game which is very much finely in the balance as we are about to kick off quite a crucial match between these two pedigree names of under-17 football here in the African continent. As Karboubi gets the game underway, it's Mali kicking from left to right, Cameroon in their green from right to left straight away. Mali do get the ball out. As we just wait for the two balls on the field, we assess no changes at the break. Same teams which took to the field for the first period, they are out this time around as well. As Cameroon now trying that same outlet with Djibirin. Haruna Djibirin. It's proved very effective on both sides of the striker so far today. And this time going with a left-footed strike. Well, it was worth a pot. It caught the keeper completely unawares. A very difficult angle to get right. But diving to his outstretched left was Burama Kone. Well, showing intent straight away is Haruna Djibirin. And we can expect more of the same as the game goes on. Both sets of players just trying to get a hold of the ball in the midfield. Ultimately, it does drop to the Cameroonians up top. Cosmas Tiku, Dorinan Mata and Haruna Djibirin. The most likely outsource for a goal for the Cameroonian side. But Mali, they can get the ball themselves. That's the long levers of Mamadou Doumbia, which ultimately draw the foul. It's been a bit of a personal battle this evening between Doumbia and Junior Moulet. Well, the goalkeeper just seems to have been taken out a little bit there. Junior Lopez Abu. Not sure he'll require too much treatment. It was just a shoulder barge. But we did see it earlier. That was the dispute from the Malian striker here. Just have a look at this effort again by Haruna Djibirin. A decent strike. Keeper was scrambling ever so slightly, but he did have his post covered. Alert to it was Kone. Well, Lopez, the goalkeeper, he looks like he's back up to his feet now, even ready to take the kick and launch his charges upfield. Junior Abu Lopez downfield. Now Mali back on the ball through Kone. Going long again, trying to find the striker. Missed completely by Cameroon's defender. And they're getting caught up in it a little bit. Here's Kone again looking for the outside run. Mali have an opportunity here if they can get it across the box. They do. They really have to be wary of the indomitable Lion Cubs, because Collins Akamba, or rather Ibrahim Diarra for Mali, well, he did very well, and it was ultimately a decent stop by Junior Lopez, just back into onto the field. And he really had to get that right, the 14-year-old keeper. And it comes again through Mali's attack, showing decent physicality again. Applying the pressure well. Now Cameroon, can they just calm things down ever so slightly? It's a decent punt downfield by the goalkeeper. Mali just unable to keep the ball in play. Now an opportunity for Ebongewang. One of two 14-year-olds on the pitch today for Cameroon. And now a chance for the striker. If he can get the ball, he can. Can Amata. Looks out to the left foot. Once again, it's a strike, and this time it is at goal. Jibirin. Haruna Jibirin is been on those peripheral sides. He hasn't been on the periphery by any stretch. But it counts as a shot on target for Cameroon. And the game stretching now through Doumbia. Lays it across, and an opportunity. The goal gaping. Well, Mali, they got everything correct in that move. Doumbia and then Diarra. Oh, he was running right onto it, the captain. Almost took his eyes off where he intended the ball to go, Ibrahim Diarra. But once again, two opportunities coming swiftly in succession. Now a corner to Mali, leaping high into the air, but Cameroon defend well. And now they can take it in their stride. Pass back, you can see what he intended, but Diarra plays it back now to a striker and cut out again. Oh, just didn't quite latch onto it, Mata. Well, there's that other effort. Haruna has been full of creativity. And now Doumbia holding the ball up, a long-range effort. A bit ambitious there from the midfielder. Possibly other options were on for him, that's why he's apologizing to the rest of his team. You can just hear at the 19 May 1956 stadium. Crowd is starting to enjoy this fixture. A bit more noise, a little bit more fervence, maybe more anticipation as well. We're about to possibly see a breakthrough, but will it come through Mali or will it come from the boots of the men in green in Cameroon? This time, Diarra on the ball, and another effort from range. Sekukona this time.
Well, it was swinging away ever so slightly, lots of movement in the air. He had to come across the ball, latching just under the valve, as it were. But it's another opportunity that goes begging for Mali. Another opportunity nonetheless. As you can see, quite a burst of pace there from Cosmas Tiku, trying to apply the pressure once again. Now, Mali on the ball. First time we're really seeing Mohamed Barry in this half. And he has an opportunity for a ball into the center. The game being played at quite a pace right now. But both teams will have to be wary of making any kind of mistakes as Mata chases down Kone. A decent defending from Cameroon. And now it is the indomitable Lion Club's turn to try and fashion something. Unable to do so right there. Gane Magadan, the fullback for Cameroon. He's been quite up against it in terms of Barry, and now had to get that right. Diarra with the best opportunity of the half so far for Mali. Now out wide. Back to Tia. Can he find his man through the line? He can. It's the overlapping run of Sanogo and an opportunity. Possibly in an offsides position, the Malian attacker, but it went right into him. And finally the offsides is called, part of the same phase of play. And we're going to get our first change of the game. Esono Ndongo. He is heading onto the field in the space of Jules Mbalia. Jules Biloa Mbalia. He's been playing in the midfield, so we're seeing quite an attacking substitution there from coach Jean-Pierre Fiala. He's seeing that the win is within his sights. Esono Ndongo normally plays in the forward line. We just see this opportunity again. Well, he wasn't actually offsides, he was played on by the defender. As Doumbia tries to restart, and the pendulum swings back once again. Second yellow card of the game, this time going to Collins Akamba of Cameroon. There's just the correction there. That yellow card being shown to the midfielder as the goalkeeper comes out to punch. And Mali breaking with the ball. Moussa Diop. Now to Kone. Still trying to work out what the next step is Fiala. His team have manufactured some chances, definitely. It's certainly not a foregone conclusion which way this match is swinging, which way it's turning. Hoping that that substitution can do something good for his team. We mentioned they didn't have much preparation before this tournament, Cameroon. managed a few friendlies against Senegal, which they both lost. Cameroon having a, well, now a chance through for Doumbia. And he just lets his body stray ever so slightly. He was falling over as he struck it. Went on the outside of the post. It was a brilliant ball through the lines. And Doumbia just hashing his chance. Could have struck it across goal and forced the keeper into a bit more work there, the number 17. But it certainly draws the applause of his coach, Soumaïla Koulibaly. Happier with what he's seen so far in the second half. A little bit more impetus this time through Cameroon. Gets the ball, says Karboubi. As Cameroon come again. We're seeing a lot more spaces this time as players begin to tire. And now Mali through Diarra. Kone. And once again making that run through the space. Tia on the ball. Looking for his option, looking for his man. He gets it out wide. Mali trying to take it on the outside. Barry is being held up here. And finally, the Lions, they do get their free kick their way. You can see the anguish on Barry's face. Slight tug of the shirt there. But that was what Cameroon were calling for. And this was just before the strike from Doumbia. Unable to make it 2 goals in 2 games so far. Handball. Coming off Abdul Toure. Now out wide to Tiku. Cosmas Tiku. Aruna Jibirin. And that's a brilliant tackle. Mali with time to clear. A real midfield battle just unfolding before our eyes. It's been the running theme of the game. That's the substitute, Esono, just drawing the foul. Now Cameroon with a chance to clear. And decently picked up by Mali's attacker. But straight to the man from Cameroon. And now can they do something with Yaya if he can pick his head up? Mali's ball now. As the players just start to nip into the tackle ever so slightly. Collins Akamba, he's got to be careful. He's already been shown the booking. Well, facing the sun, Abdul Toure takes the free kick, looking for the leaping head of Doumbia. But just not into the angled run of the striker. Junior Lopez picks the ball up again. And just some hoofball tactics, trying to gain a little bit more territorial advantage. Cameroon looking for that outside pace. Referee deems it to be a foul. Well, we did see just the arm on the shoulder there. So it starts again. A deep ball into the midfield area. Akamba with the header out. And now Mata trying to make some magic. The referee waves play on. But this time a foul is given. And danger here for Cameroon. Akamba is pleading his innocence again. Referee Karbubi just making sure that the players don't surround. Oh, that really is a painful one. And you do expect that if he hadn't been booked, Collins Akamba could have definitely seen a yellow there. But the referee just being a bit lenient as his studs went into the knee of Ange Marcia Tia. We just see these battles starting to take effect in the midfield. Well, the studs were right into the knee of the player. Martial. Good support being shown by the home crowd here. Home crowd is in Algeria. They're in Annaba. The sun just setting on this second half of the second match day in Group C. Mali with an opportunity to get the game restarted. Looking for that leaping presence of Doumbia once again. And this time Kone trying to seek out the attacking run. And a surging run from Toure. Looks for his man on the right-hand side. That would have been Diarra in the space. Diarra goes again, trying to involve himself a little bit more, the captain. Doumbia making his presence felt. Cameroon do get it this time through Mata. And now Mali breaking. Doumbia looks up for his options ahead of him. Diarra plays across the line. It's well kept. You can see what they're trying to do here, Mali, trying to carve open their opponents, fashion the chances this time on the left-hand side. The ball is overrun. Cameroon can recycle it as the referee calls for another substitution. Ibrahim Kanate, and he'll be replacing Ange Martial Tia, who has just received that dangerous tackle into his knee. Ange Martial he's run a lot today, found himself in some very decent positions, hit the side netting. Hasn't quite found the breakthrough that Soumaila Koulibaly would have wanted, but at the same time, can't be frustrated with his player's endeavour. Ebonge Wang looking for the throw. Mali do clear. Now coming out on this right-hand side, Doumbia searching the run of Barry, who internally slips, but it still ends up being a pressurized throw-in. Well, he did actually, as he was slipping, seem to catch the opposite number. Cameroon's defender just kicking the ball out. As it is a throw-in, and a Sanogo with an opportunity to fashion something here. He does win the ball back, but Cameroon break. And now the Lions can break in earnest here. Unable to find their man though. A bit more long passes entering the fray. And he was deemed to be running back from an offsides position there, Mamadou Doumbia.
Cameroon looking deep. Diarra with an impressive header, now trying to get the ball on the terrain, on the turf. It does stick ultimately. That's decent footwork there. Cosmas Tiku trying to get it done, and that's a brilliant turn as well. At least it looked like it from this angle. But the ball just edging over the line once again. Throw in to Mali as we approach 70 minutes here in Annaba. Temperature dropping ever so slightly. That's not going to matter much to these players as they look through that defense for that crucial opening goal. Mata, you could see what he was trying to do, curl the ball around the corner. Coming back out now to Cosmas Tiku. Tiku again looking to close the pressure, and an opportunity for Cameroon if they can get this correct. Well, he didn't keep his head over the ball correctly at all. Dorinal Mata, he apologizes to his teammates because that was brilliant work there done by Cosmas Tiku, and ultimately through the substitute Sonondongo. Well, that's exactly why he was put onto the field, to create opportunities like that. He did. But Mata couldn't adjust his body shape in time. Huge frustration from Kone at his defenders for not marking and not blocking any kind of oncoming ball. A heart-in-mouth moment for the Malian defense. They have survived, but what an opportunity for Cameroon to break the deadlock. Lions coming again, and now the Eaglets. This time through Diop, searching for a penetrating run here. And he does well to find the fullback and ultimately force a corner. Gane Magellan, the defender who was pressurized into giving away this latest set piece. Can Mali make the most of their height? It is headed away. Trying to speed the game up ever so slightly, Cameroon. You'd imagine that they would be more keen for a winner at this stage. But Mali are in a dominant position nonetheless up top in the field here. Sanogo with the throw. And despite that jump, Cameroon do clear. Mali with the ball back. And once again, the Lions get it. If they can just calm the ball down here in the midfield, they do manage that. Looking for that cross-field pass. And finally, it does settle to Cameroon this time. And there is a run on being made here. Haruna it was. Putting himself about there, but the goalkeeper does well. And now Mali, opportunity to break on the left. Lots of trickery, lots of skill. He does get the ball across, but cut out well by Bala. And seeking his man again. Haruna Jibiri. He's on the outside, but here's Mata. Mata goes for the effort. Well, that was certainly about to make up for that earlier miss. Not sure if there was a deflection here as the defenders came on rushing. Possibly just enough to put him off. Doginan Mata, two very good chances for Cameroon so far in this half. Well, decent play. He had the sub
out on his left-hand side available. Tijani Abdullahi, the number 12. You'll see him at the bottom of your screen now. Coming on to affect matters, but Mali can do so with Ibrahim Diarra. He has been called offside as the captain. All frustration all about. Ribala with the long kick launched upfield. A penny for the thoughts of Soumaila Koulibaly as his team look to attack again. And that's a decent work there. Nice trickery from the substitute Abdullahi. Not quite managing to stay on the track. But certainly you can see this heightened intensity, heightened pressure. There we go, Abdullahi. And another painful one on the shin. And does very well to turn there, Doumbia. But nothing giving in the end. Goal kick. Just a reminder, as it stands, Mali will be on 4 points. Cameroon with 1 as we pass the 75-minute mark. Goalkeeper just doing his defensive work. And Burkina Faso in this Group C would be on no points, and that's just before the match between Cameroon and Burkina Faso. So that would make that game a winner-takes-all match. Well, it would be close to a winner-takes-all match in any case, but even more riding on that third game now. But Cameroon can possibly change the outcome, change the results if their players can pass to each other. Because if they don't, Mali will attack with fervor of their own. An opportunity here for Mali to cut across. Cameroon coming out now. And another change as Magellan has an opportunity to assess what is ahead of him. Oh, we saw again the very neat tricks of Ibrahim Kanate. And we're going to see another man. He started the last game, Ousmane Thiero. Let's see if this time he can affect it even better. Came off on the 80-minute mark against Burkina Faso. Ousmane Thiero likes to play in the midfield. So again, an attacking substitution, and that's the man who replaced him last time out, Moussa Diop. So a new midfield for Mali. Konate, Kone, Thiero. And an effort at range. Kone going for the spectacular. Well, there still is an opportunity for both teams to capitalize. Dumbia looking for the run of Kanate. That's neat tricks again, the number 11. You can see why he's been brought onto the field by Koulibaly. Throw-in being given back into Mali. Bit of an argument there with the referee. It is Kone who looks for the striker. And now finally Mali could be in here. The flag does come to the rescue. It seemed for all and sundry that the Eaglets might have been in there. And we'll see again here. Well, yes, his outstretched left leg. It was in an offside position. Well, what a save that would have been anyway from Junior Lopez. Mali coming again now. The game certainly opening up in these last stages as Dumbia's left-footed cross, just not finding anyone. Mali, though, do return with the ball in possession. Now back to goal. Dumbia doing well to hold it up, but ultimately it does make a foul. Just having to separate the players here and have a quick word. Karboubi. Just a tug on the shorts there against Sonny Evina. Evina, he's just kept things ticking along. It's been a bit quiet this game. Cameroon's captain, 16-year-old. As the ball gets pumped upfield. And that's a neat turn from Diarra. Looks for the foul and does receive it. Referee's assistant deeming it worthy. Asma Ferrer, Ouab from Algeria, just asking for calm again. Karboubi, you can see that tempers might be raised a little bit in temperature. Yeah, he is okay though. The face of pragmatism is Jean-Pierre Fiala. Few caps for Cameroon. Played in the same team as Samuel Eto'o. Who is, of course, now heading up that Cameroon Federation under his guidance. That's where these new MRI tests have come into effect to determine players' ages, using their wrists as a guidance These are the group of players who have made it to this competition proper, hoping to get through to these quarterfinals and ultimately to those World Cup places, those semi-final spots. Now Mali trying to get something good going on this left-hand channel. And it's very decent pace, but ultimately the ball does trickle out. Frustrating for the attacker. Kanate it was, who just ran out of space. The twinkle toes of Kanate causing some issues for the right-hand side of defense for Cameroon. Magalan, he's had it all to do, first up against Barry and now up against Kanate. But Cameroon, they do come forward here. Running out of space, but still managing to win a throw-in. Magalan. Now to Atalumba. And back to the keeper, Lopez. 5 minutes left of the regulation time here in Algeria. It is any side closer to finding the back of the net. Well, it remains to be seen. As legs get tired, so do heads, of course. Concentration, that's what's going to matter in these final exchanges. And that's decently done by Doumbia. Neat on the chest, and finally an opportunity for Mali. He's right through, and it has to be the opening goal. And it's come through that man, Mohamed Barry. He's been the biggest threat so far of the evening. It was a perfect run by the number 19, just off the shoulder of the defender. He found himself in acres of space ahead of the goalkeeper. And the Malians, well, finally they make their dominance pay. He was onside, despite the protests of the far defender. It was Magalan who was playing him on. Mohamed Barry looks immediately at the assistant referee to see if a flag will go up, but he took the ball so well in his stride. And that is an excellent finish. And how about that for the build-up play too? Well, finally we do have a goal in this encounter in Group C. And with that goal, it would mean that Mali would qualify as group leaders. Mohamed Barry has been causing problems all day. And it was terrific work out by the touchline. And you can hear chants of Barry emanating from the crowd. A special talent on the books of Soumaila Koulibaly and the rest of the Malian Federation. Well, the champions from 2015 and 2017 could be about to beat the champions of 2019. As Kanate takes the ball into a safe position. Well, I said there was an opportunity for any team, the team which had the most concentration, to prove their mettle. And it was the men in white, the Eaglets. And here they come again. Now Doumbia tries to take it onto his left foot. His favorite left. Cameroon though do clear through Sonny Evina. And now an opportunity for the Lions to break. Abdullahi on the ball. But gives it away straight to the Malian attacker. Now Kone. Now to Barry, the goal scorer, putting the applied pressure on as well. Abdullahi, though, gets back. And the Lions surge forward once again. Akamba looks out wide. But Toure just makes sure of it. And more subs now from the indomitable Lion Cubs. Samuel Chomagni and Miguel Ache coming onto the field, a midfielder. And of course, Miguel Ache, another midfielder from a young talent in Cameroon. So attacking changes being made there by Jean-Pierre Fiala. And suddenly the mood in the crowd has picked up too, as the supporters, well, they've seen something very special here. Collins Akamba, he had to come off on a yellow card. And could have been shown a second yellow for a tackle earlier on Ange Martial. Abdoulaye Gouba also getting ready to come into the field as we enter into the injury time allocated for the match. Cameroon desperately trying to force the issue here. A set piece right at the end. We've got those 4 minutes being shown up by fourth official, Ketchaf Mustafa from Morocco. But not before Mali can make a change of their own. Well, his defense just fell asleep for a second there. It was a brilliant ball, though, to split them as Barry came through. But can they make amends? Cameroon with the corner, going very deep, has to get it right. Ball deemed to have gone out of play with that deep kick. There is confirmation on that change. Abdoulaye Gouba, another player who applies his trade with AFE Mali. And the goal scorer coming off to applause. Mahmoud Barry has been absolutely tremendous in this game this evening. Been finding all the pockets of space, bursts of acceleration and trickery, and very decent technique. Most of the time occupying that left-hand side. Now that you see Kanate doing all of his magic in. Here he comes again, Kanate, the number 11. It's a goal kick though for the Lion Cubs, with just 1.5 minutes to go. You can see the Malian midfield now helping the defense. You're probably going to see Doumbia even just hang back a little bit as the Cameroonians try to make the most of their pace. Yeah, they do come. It was a very early ball. He's attempted, but ultimately not getting through. Now Kanate does get it. And the seconds just ticking away. Atalba gets it to goalkeeper Lopez. Lopez punts it down again. And straight back into the boot of a Cameroonian player. Doumbia with an opportunity to just hold play down, but it will be a free kick taken early. The referee says the ball was rolling, so it will have to be retaken. right into the center of the field. That won't really help matters for Cameroon, and they can break. Kanate now on the left-hand channel. Surging at the defense. Kanate doing excellently, playing it across. Once again into the side netting. Ibrahim Kanate. And now Cameroon, can they make anything of this? We've gone past the allotted time for injuries as Doumbia picks up the scraps. Now with an opportunity on his left foot. What a goal! What a curling goal, what an effort! Doumbia! 2 goals in 2 games, but my word, what a finish to this extraordinary encounter between Mali and Cameroon. Curling effort. Stunning, stunning goal from Mamadou Doumbia. A golazzo, if ever we saw one, from this under-17 African Cup of Nations. Well, when the pressure's off, the quality shows, and the quality did show there indeed. The AS Black Stars striker with a wand of a left foot. And there's nothing that Junior Abu Lopez could do about that goal. 2-0, 2 very late goals. And that is that. Bushra Kabouri blows time on a pulsating game. Pulsating right at the end it was. Mali looked for everything to get through this Cameroon defense, and they finally managed to do so. 2 goals, firstly through Mahmoud Barry and then through Mamadou Doumbia. 2 players who were standout stars for Mali on the night. And that means that they invariably head through to the quarterfinal stages. Mali topping Group C on 6 points already, 2 out of 2. Cameroon, well, they'll be left to lick their wounds. But it was all even Stevens right up until the end, and then those 2 goals. The first one through Mohamed Barry, and then Mamadou Doumbia. What a strike it was at the end. 2 goals of quality, 2-0. Mali just shading all aspects of the game. It's no wonder that Soumaïla Koulibaly is confident. He wants the win, he wants the tournament, he wants that passage to the World Cup. And certainly the way that his players performed in those final minutes will give him much confidence going through. So 2-0, there we go. Mali through as group winners already. Cameroon and Burkina Faso, it's a must, everything to play for. Game coming up between those sides. The winner of that game will join Mali in the quarterfinals. And match day 2, that rounds up the groups. Group A, Group B and Group C. Next up is match day 3. Some terrific results there. And we've just seen one of the best. Cameroon trying all as they could not break down Mali, who came out 2-0 victors.
See, I was pissed at you. I was mad too. Now here's what I'm gonna do. I know our debt to love has been paid. I paid that bill.
At TotalEnergies, we go the extra mile for you.